November of 2014, I began to write a program. I began with the first page, which was my idea, my introduction, and then I began to build off of that. I created 5 tests and 5 study sheets that that support the tests that I've created. The 5 tests that I created were bacteria tests, a sterilization test, a sanitation test, a fade test, and equipment test. And the reason why I created these tests was to stimulate thought in the students. I'm trying to take people straight off the streets and straight into in indigent areas of their life and give them some kind of stimulation and motivation and uplift them. So these tests are fairly simple, and no one has ever failed. And part of that is that I want people to see a 90. I could get a 90. I want to start with inspiring people. And so I didn't make it difficult. I just made it enlightening.
So you're doing this now for how long? Since
I've been doing this since November. Haven't got paid one penny. Actually, I'm running I don't have anything at all. I'm struggling with my equipment. I don't have everything that I need, but students are coming. The kids are getting out of school, and so it's been quite a struggle, but it has been rewarding and fulfilling at the same time.
I mean, so people understand this. You're volunteering 100% of your time.
I'm volunteering 100% of my time. I'm coming here twice a week for 2 hours a day. In the middle of the day, when I have to cancel my own clients in order to do this. But like I said, at the end of the day, every time when I leave this place, I just feel so rewarded about everything that I'm doing is really, really fantastic.
I mean, some people are going to say, why? What motivates you?
Yeah. Well, what motivates me is a few things. The first thing is that, like I said, I was a youth in trouble, and I saw that there was a turnaround within myself, and I feel that I can enlighten people and inspire people to turn around as well. So I'm trying to give that back. Also, there's not a resource for barbers in Westchester County. There's no barber school in Westchester County. So what I want to do is, my dream is to be the dean of the barber school, whether it be in Greenburgh, White Plains, or wherever it's at. I would like people to really take a serious look at what I'm trying to do and maybe invest or realize my vision.
There's no barber school.
So what happens is, because of lack of resources and because of lack of educational fundamentals, there's no. So what people have to go all the way to Manhattan to get barber training, all the way to Long Island or to Rochester, New York, for accredited school. So what I'm trying to do is, I wrote a great curriculum, and I'm trying to get my curriculum accredited. For the whole purpose of me trying to establish this school, I graduated from Westchester Community College approximately 2 years ago, and I'm part of the alumni there. And I've been working on this curriculum and trying to get it passed by the Board of Proprietary Schools.
So in order for one of your students to become a certified licensed barber, what do they have to do? They learn from you, but then is there like a test or something they have to pass?
Yes. So what happens is, the pathway to becoming a master barber is there's 2 things involved. The first thing involved is a written test, which is it's a light examination on a course on contagious diseases and the transmission of those contagious diseases. And it's maybe between 20 and 30 questions. Upon a 70 of answering that, the student gets a certificate, which is good for life. It's a sanitation certificate, and that's the only written part of the test. That part costs $60, and it can be taken at any accredited school. Just go there with your license, 2 forms of ID, and you'll be able to take that test right there and pass that test and get your certification. Then the second part of the test is the practical. The road to the practical usually takes about a 2-year apprenticeship, but you have to be a licensed apprentice in order to be able to get to the practical examination. So upon completion of this course, you can have the certification, which is the written part, and you could become a licensed apprentice. 2 years on a master barber to become a master barber.
And where is that practical administered?
Okay, so what happens is that there's a few locations in New York State where the practical examination takes place. One of the locations is Manhattan. One of the locations is in Middletown, New York. So there's a variety of places that have been sanctioned by the New York State license.
How is the state of things? I mean, are there jobs available? Is there a need for barbers?
Right. Now, then that's just my point, and it's a good question, because what happens is that because of lack of education and the lack of this outlet of resources for barbering, there is not many licensed barbers, and this is why this a program like this is so valuable a resource to the community.
So there are opportunities out there.
There's a lot of opportunities out there. We could go to maybe 10 barbershops where there's maybe one licensed barber in each shop, but maybe 6 chairs available, 5 chairs available. Yes. So I believe that if we could make this thing grow and expand here in Westchester County, I believe that people will be coming as far as Poughkeepsie and Fishkill to come and join this barber class, this barber school.
So who's coming to you? I mean, who's the typical person who's coming to seek you out?
The unemployed, the people who are coming out of prison, young kids who are going away to college. A lot of those people retired. I have a few retirees, and this is just in the past few months without getting the word out there. This is just from word of mouth. With no resources at all.
And how many people have you taught over that period of time since?
So approximately, I have 11 students. 1 have joined today. I graduated 3 already. 2 of them are employed already. 1 is licensed. Already, yes.
So, when they go through the program, I mean, what do they say to you when they're done?
Well, what happens is that these guys really had not too much to do in the first place. So initially I created the program to be a 6-week period, but ultimately I tweaked my curriculum to make it longer, so I don't kick the guys right out. They're comfortable with coming. They're comfortable with getting off the couch and coming and doing something. And so I decided to let them stay, and they stay as long as they want.
But I mean, are people? They're probably very appreciative.
Yes, they're very appreciative. They see the growth and development of the individuals around them, and also of the programs. So people are very really starting to participate.
Are they sort of thrown off that there's actually someone who's willing to give of themselves to give them a chance? I mean, because sometimes if someone's incarcerated and they come out, there aren't a whole lot of opportunities. So
Right.
How does it make them feel to know that, hey, I've been there, and I'm going to give you a helping hand? How does that make them feel?
I think that it makes them feel comfortable with someone that could relate to them, and that's the whole thing about. Even though my experience in life was tough, but now I didn't have to read a book to understand exactly what these guys are feeling and what they're going through. So I could give back to them and relate to them and identify with their plight, with their struggles, and all the little details and things that they're going through, and embrace that and help them on each individual thing. And that's why I use this as a platform to mentor as well.
All right. So is it also part of the program that if people come here on Mondays and Wednesdays, they can get a free haircut? Is that how it works?
Yes. So this program is doing 2 things at one time. We're teaching people and empowering people by giving them the skill of cutting hair, but also we're opening the doors wide open for those who want to come and get haircuts. Anyone who can afford to get a haircut, any children or the mothers who can't afford to bring them to the barbershops, anyone who's homeless, elderly, they could come here and get a free haircut. We don't want anything from them. The barbers are learning. I'm right here watching everybody. So far, we've cut approximately 75 heads for free since we've been here. Usually, it gets a little busy in here. I have a lot of elderly people come for the haircuts, and the guys, they service them, and while they service them, I'm right there watching everything that's happening.
I'd have to imagine that goes a long way to make someone feel good about themselves, because they get to maintain their dignity, because there's nothing like getting a new haircut.
Right. It changes it's a stress reliever. It changes your whole day. You're right. Your self-esteem it raises your self-esteem, and not only that, but these guys to be able to come here and touch the clippers and to be able to see that they can actually do it. It helps. It's a win-win situation.
Yeah. So what's the lesson here for anyone who's out there and they're just feeling down? They feel like they've been kicked down and no opportunities. What message do you want to get to someone who's out there who's looking for a chance right now?
Oh, don't ever give up. There's always a chance. There's always hope in front of you. Even though things look down, remember that even though we cry, God is smiling behind our tears.
All right, very good.
Amen.
Can I speak with some of your guys
Of
here?
course, of course.
Who's
Him
interested? Right here?
Hey, how you doing?
All right. What's your name?
Red Brown.